Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we have another budget mechanical keyboard build. So this right here is a new keyboard kit I have with me. It's called the CIY Tester 84. So if you actually remember, a few months back I actually did a video on the CIY Tester 68, which was a $20 kit, and that video turned out really nice and a lot of people liked that kit. So today we are taking a look at the bigger brother, the Tester 84. It's basically the same keyboard but with a bigger form factor and a lot of new features. So this kit right here actually costs only $30 to $40 US, which is a very good deal. It comes with RGB and of course only works wiredly because it's a budget keyboard. But basically today we're going to be taking a look at what you get in the kit, and we're building a custom mechanical keyboard kit with it. Before the video actually starts, I want to say a huge thank you to Obey Consumer Tech. They've actually helped me and sponsored my channel before. Today they are sponsoring some keycaps and switches. So links will be down in the description below to their Shopee shop. They actually sell a lot of really nice stuff. Again, thank you to Obey Consumer Tech. Let's get this video started. So this is the box of the CIY Tester 84 right here. So this kit only costs around $10 to $20 US more than the previous CIY Tester 68. So this is currently going for around $30 to $40 US, I believe. Let's check out this box. So again, this is the box. In front we have CIY. Around the box is just CIY all around on the front, and this is the side. And there's nothing else around the box except for some Chinese writing at the back from the factory. Let's just open up the box right now. Nice, so this is everything included in the box. There is quite a lot of stuff. Let's start off first with this. So this right here is a CIY 2-in-1 switch and keycap puller. I really love this kind of 2-in-1 keycap pullers. They look awesome, and we have a word Team Wolf at the back right here. And in the front we have the CIY logo. Second thing you get in the box is this. So this is a Type A to Type C USB cable. Pretty long in length. I believe it's around 1.5 meters in length. But it is like the cheap kind of quality, but it'll work fine just using this keyboard wired. Next thing included is this little metal plate right here. So basically it says CIY AK84 mechanical keyboard, and then this is supposed to stick on the back of the keyboard because this is the plate for it. Looks really awesome, and it comes with 3M tape on the back so you can stick it easily to the keyboard. And of course you get the keyboard manual as well. So the manual right here covers some important stuff. We have the specifications of the device, you have the system requirements, installation steps, and then of course you have the layout of the device right here, the function layout, and of course all of the function key combinations of the keyboard. You can pause if you want to read it, and of course the light prompts, what it does, all the key functions, and the dip switch function at the back of the keyboard. And here you have warranty. Of course you can fill it up and go to their website, and that is it for the user manual. Now let's take a look at the keyboard kit itself. So this is the kit right here. We can see from the front it is actually a white plate kit. So this is the 85%, or they say compact 10 keyless layout. So you have around 84 keys here, and then you can see that the motherboard is actually north facing RGB, and it's 5-pin hot swap, and the motherboard or the PCB is actually white in color as well. And of course you get a few stock steps right here. These steps are pretty good in my opinion. You can just holy mod them and use them. They sound great, but I will be changing them out later on to some plate mounted cherry steps which I've already holy modded. So let's take a look around the case. On top it's a full metal, I think it's partly metal, partly plastic build, so you can actually see the metal right here, and then this is the plastic bit. So on the top you have the mode switcher right here on the left side, and of course the Type C USB port right here. And then it feels pretty great. This aluminum feels pretty great. For a kit being this cheap, I believe this is such a great buy. On the bottom you just see the aluminum again. It's really smooth and it's cold to the touch. And this is the side profile of the keyboard. So there is a slight incline, I believe it's quite good, and you guys will see that it actually has some feet at the back. So this is the back of the keyboard. As you guys can see, it's the fully black plastic over here, and we have the 4 non-slip feet at the back of the keyboard, and it looks pretty good. And you can see the cutout for the metal plate. Just now we take a look at it, but here it just says CIY Tester 84, and of course you get 2 feet to adjust the height. So if you're not happy with the height provided, you can actually open this up, and you can see that it gives more height to the keyboard and provides a better typing experience. And right behind this feed right here, we have the note switch right here, which can go through a few settings. You can go to the front of the video if you want to see what this actually does. It's in the user manual. So that is basically a full look around the keyboard. Looks pretty awesome to me. Now let's take a look what is inside. I'm going to open it up. So as you guys can see, this is quite thick silicone right here. Oh my goodness. So this basically helps dampen the sound of the keyboard, and it's really nice. So this is at the bottom of the keyboard, and I would say that it's a pretty nice addition to the kit, and it's really interesting that they included this. So this is of course the kit right here. We can see that it has some silicone inside the case. We have some plate foam, and then of course we have everything included. So I would say it's pretty easy to open up. Just be careful with like these small pieces right here. You don't want to break it, and you want to go slow, especially when you're removing the wire. So that's everything in the kit. I don't think I'll be modifying the kit. I'll just be reassembling it and then changing out the steps for some wholly modded steps. Let's go. So this is the all white PCB included with the CIY Tester 84. We can see the name right here on the bottom at the spacebar, and this is the back of the motherboard or the PCB. It looks awesome right here, and of course you have the little switcher right here which can switch through a few modes and settings, which is really cool. And overall I think it looks pretty good. It's a really stable motherboard, and all the hot swap sockets look good. So now let's assemble everything. Okay, so changing out the stock stabilizers were actually really easy. You just have to pop them out and then put in the new ones. But I want to say that the stock steps are actually pretty good in my opinion, and they do come factory loop, so that does help with some of the rattling and noise from the original stabilizers. But I'm just going to go with my really nice cherry mounted plate stabilizers that I already wholly modded, so this will actually provide a much better sounding keyboard at the end. So now with that assembled, we can now put everything back together, and then we can move on to the switches I'll be using for this build. So time for the switches, and the switches I'll be using for this build are actually sent over by Obey Consumer Tech. So a huge thank you to them for actually sending over the switches. These are the new Lumia Matcha switches, and these are quite interesting switches in my opinion, and they're quite newly released. So the version I have right here is actually a linear switch, 35 grams of actuation force, and it bottoms out at 45 grams, and has a total travel of 3.3 millimeters. And these come factory hand loop. Honestly, they look pretty awesome in my opinion. I really love how they look and how they sound like, and this is a closer look at the switch. On the front of the switch, we can actually see that it has a transparent housing, but the overall really green matcha look. So the middle stem of course has a darker matcha look, and this is the side of the switch, and this is the back of the switch. We can see that it's actually 5-pin, and it has a cutout for the RGB LED, which is really nice. And honestly, first impressions so far, they feel really smooth. I'm really excited to try them out. Let's put them into the keyboard. This is what the keyboard looks like with all of the matcha switches in. Honestly, it's looking pretty nice, and I would say that the diffusion of the RGB is actually pretty good because the housing is actually transparent. I don't think that it looks more green in any way, and I'm pretty excited to try these out because they actually feel really smooth when I'm putting them in, and I was testing them just now. So now we're gonna move on to the keycaps. So for the keycaps of this build, I'm actually going to be using these keycaps sent over by Obey Consumer Tech. Again, a huge thank you to them. If you're interested in the products, links of course will be down in the description below. These are some GMK-inspired Dracula PBT Keycaps, and they are cherry profile, and in my opinion, they look pretty sick with all of these novelties and colors. So this is what the keycaps look like close up. So again, it's cherry profile and it is dice up PBT, and the print on it is pretty sharp and clear, and I think that the thickness is pretty nice as well. So these are around 1.5 millimeters in thickness. So this is how it looks like on the back, and honestly I think that this will fit the black CIY Tester 84 color just nice. Let's put it onto the keyboard. So what do you guys think? I think that these keycaps actually fit the CIY Tester 84 pretty nicely, especially with the black case. So this looks awesome so far. Really happy with the end results, and with the RGB on, it looks even better with the white plate because it actually diffuses the RGB nicely. So now with everything done, we can move on to the typing sound test. I'm interested to see how this budget keyboard sounds like. So what do you guys think about this $40 kit right here, the CIY Tester 84? Honestly, I think that for such a cheap kit, you are getting so much with it. You get some plate foam, and you also get the silicone dampener inside the case. Plus, it's a partly aluminium build, and it feels really premium to the touch. And of course, you get a little features with the dip switch and the extra switch right here. Honestly, I think that this kit is definitely a good buy if you're into budget mechanical keyboards. It's a really good kit, and for such a price, nothing can actually beat it on its price. So for the keycaps and switches sent over by Obey Consumer Tech, I really love the Lumia Matcha switches. I think they kind of give off a deep torque sound for the switches, and the keycaps are pretty good as well. Honestly, I really like these kind of combinations where you get a budget kit and a budget switch, and at the end of the day, it sounds really good and you can actually use it as a daily keyboard. So that's basically it for this video. Do check out Obey Consumer Tech, links will be down in the description below. Again, a huge thank you to them for sponsoring some stuff in this video. So leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have even more mechanical keyboard content coming very soon, and as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye guys.